Hey guys, how are you guys today? So, today we're going to be doing a texture run. Let me hop off this chair real quick. What have I done to us? Have we done something weird? Have I locked us on this? Sorry guys. Somehow I've locked us on this chair in a weird way. So let me unlock us real quick. I apologize about this. Thought it'd be a good idea to sit down in that chair. That obviously wasn't. So accidentally got locked there. So today we're going to be doing a Purpite texture run. If you guys don't know Purpite, pretty neat texture. Just shoot over there. Boom. Let me know not to sit in that chair specifically. It's kind of weird. I'm going to shoot back there real quick. Don't worry. So Purpite, it's highly valuable. Um, let's just say that. It's 600% markup just for the Purpite. The texture itself, once it's done, is absolutely highly valuable. If you guys know, on all texture runs, of course, I always disappear my camera so I can sit here usually and have lunch and stuff while we're doing this. And we will go over everything. Like as a texture comes in, I'm going to, of course, discuss the texture, show you this stuff real quick. Of course, those are always very expensive, almost like 200% markup. I did not spend that much. I think I spent 115 for mine on the halite. On this, reality wise, this usually is. Ooh, that's really cheap. Somebody's selling that way cheaper than they should be. In all honesty, they should be getting 600% for that crap. Um, so interesting to them. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna make sure that my blueprint thing is clear real quick. It is. We've got this right here. We're gonna do all 1351 clicks of this. I'll show you the Purpite texture. Has a 400% something markup. That's actually pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. This texture is amazing looking though. And in all honesty, you can get 600 something percent out of it. So before I click this go, we're going to make my face disappear real quick. And we're going to get this baby going. I'm going to have this set up to where you guys can see anything going in. We'll have that set up so you can see what skills are being involved. Over here, of course, you'll be able to see what pops. You'll also be able to see the more approximate value down here. What we're hoping for is a good amount of blueprints. I would assume with this big a run, we're going to get something, to be honest. So let's get this going. I'm going to sit here, eat. Of course, anything that pops, we'll discuss. And at the very end, we're going to discuss the entire run anyway, and I'll add it up. And so I'm going to start this off. And man, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. For the record, we are attempting to get some of the textures from this planet. I'm not just attempting to get a bunch of, hey, the same ones we got on our last run. Although we did good on the basic leather, I'm hoping we do better on this indigenous blueprint. Okay, so let's get started. You guys send some positive vibes. Let's hope something good happens. By the way, let's look at the quality on this blueprint. It's 48.2. So we're not going to slaughter, but we could do well. So we're only 80 clicks in, but I am expecting that we would start getting some blueprints eventually. Um, let's just say I'd like to get 5, for 500. That's just not going to happen. But 3 for 500 could happen. So let's hope. Okay, so we got a blueprint. It's the nice site blueprint. This one's handy for crafting, and it looks okay. It's easy, low level to do. It isn't super rare and super valuable, and this is one of the ones you can pop on any planet. So not super excited about that, but at least we're getting a blueprint now. Hey, thank you very much, Firebug, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I am hoping we get some good stuff today, for sure. Okay, thank gosh we finally got another blueprint. Here's the thing though. This is not a rare one. So I like the Belcar texture, and I'm not gonna pretend, but value wise, Belcar as a texture, not super high valuable. It's great for just running if you're trying to pop some blueprints and stuff, and you can use it to level up because it's really low. I don't think I'm. I'll join this team, but I don't think I'm. No, I better not join that team because if I join the team, then we're gonna have their team chat going on. They're all sweating screechers down there. By the way, I'm gonna let you guys know something. I sweated some and shot up a bunch of screechers and stuff this weekend, and legitimately that is where I got some of my perpite for this run. So you can get perpite off of the boars, the red pampalunas or whatever they are, and off of screechers. And I'm gonna say that I'm not sure that screechers, and I'd have to do a comparative video or two. I'm not sure if screechers or the red pantalona or pampu are the better thing to hunt. And that's just straight up, I just don't know. It's hard to tell. They're both excellent hunts. Oh, I was just saying that this isn't super rare as a blueprint at all. And I'm not sure which one out of the. Oh, look, we got another. This is a limited. We'll get a bunch of these, I hope. And we're back on track. Look, 3 drops per 500. That's what we're hoping for the whole time. What I'm saying is, I'm not sure if the screechers or the red pampalones are the better one to hunt. Like I'm mixed bag on that. I hunted some screechers this weekend, and they were actually really good to hunt. So I didn't compare, like big sample runs, but overall, the red pampos or the screechers might both be equal to hunt for the perpite. I got a bunch of perpite this weekend. Might have been a fluke. Might not have. Most of it we did buy out, by the way, just for the record. But a good chunk of it we did hunt. I mean, just not the majority of it. Okay, so this is a new one. Guys, I don't have this blueprint. We might have got a new blueprint for a second. Well, we'll have it forever, but I mean, like, Miranda Violet? Okay, so we're gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to pull up my texture blueprints. So we're gonna get our next island stuff. Next island stuff's in here. Artistic patterns. Somehow I don't think that's the right book. No, that's the right book. Let's look at this stuff. Tailoring, texturing. Nah, it's the wrong book. No, that has to be the right book. Oh, it is a limited. Thank you. Man, I wasn't paying attention. I got way excited way fast there. I'm like, hey, what's this new one? Okay, so I haven't seen this Miranda the Violet at all anyway. I'm going to have to check out what the crap that is. Thank you for pointing that out. I legit got way excited. I'm like, WTF, yay. That's too bad. Miranda Violet. What the crap is that? I don't know what that is. It's probably a legit, like a real name of a color. And I don't know color names yet. Like, well enough. I mean, I know some, but in all honesty, there's so many shades of colors. Who knows them all? Probably some random person. Well, we will check it out at the end, because I'm going to make sure to look at it. I kind of am curious. I hope it looks cool, at least. Yeah, I'm not sure what creature that drops off of. And the Elysian Tech chips, that's 200 per click. I think that's similar to the Blue Celadon, to be honest. Which I'm also really excited about. Okay, so the Prancer leather one, I doubt that's high markup. It looks cool and stuff, but it doesn't drop rare enough, and so good that we got one. But that's not going to be a high markup one. We're still predominantly wanting next island type textures. Guys, are we in a drought? And that's what it feels like right this second. I feel that they should be hooking us up a little bit better. It's okay, maybe it'll flip around. Technically, we're not in a drought. I mean, we need one more blueprint per this something to be at the 3 per every 500 rule, but I'd still like to see it doing better than that, to be honest. Oh, the quality isn't all the way up yet. That's actually what is killing us on this. So we're at 54.6 quality rating, and it is what is for sure eating up some of the blueprints. We got a Snapple shot blueprint. This is we didn't get one of these already, right? No. Okay. Not super rare, to be honest, but honestly, I don't usually sell these, just to be breaking it down. No, we're getting a good rate for the fact that it's not a fully worked up blueprint. And in all honesty, it would be more worked up, but running batches of Purpite is kind of expensive, and it's only really good to do if you have something to be making with it, which luckily I am going to make some stuff with it. But in the short term, it is kind of like getting your butt beat down a little bit. So there's some more limited. So we're good. We're at over the clicky click amount per 1,000. And there's a Midas tree. So we're really doing good on blueprints. Do you guys see, though, what I mean in, like, I'm not ever sure if there's, like, waves with blueprints or not. But it really does feel like we don't get any, don't get any, don't get any. Then all of a sudden, pump, pump, pump. I believe there's waves. I don't know for sure. I've never seen their data in the background. But just the feel of all these crafting runs feels like we go patches every time with nothing, and then all of a sudden we'll get hit. And so honestly, that'd be really annoying if you were a new person and you were doing small batches of stuff, and every time you go a craft, nothing ever is in that zone. That would make me upset. We're luckily doing big enough ones so that we can span between some waves. But straight up, I am almost convinced that there are specific wave events with blueprints too. I'm not 100% like because it could be an anomaly. But at this point, the anomaly seems pretty consistent, and at that point, it's kind of more like a pattern, right? And so I'm more and more towards the fact that there's waves on blueprints all the time, just so you guys know. I mean, I'm not stating it as a definitive fact of the game, but my feeling personally is that there's waves, and that if you're not crafting during one of those waves, the odds that you get a blueprint go down or something. Now, I don't know how they mechanically worked it in there, but it does definitely feel like there's waves of blueprints and waves of where we're getting crap. Okay, so we've got some more fine frizz fabric. Honestly, I don't think this is rare. Let's look at this. Oh, that's actually not bad. Why would that be worth so much? Honestly, what's the deal here? We've got wool and superior stuff. It looks like it's easy to do. Huh, well, I actually don't know why it'd be worth that much. It might look good. We'll have to look at it after we're done. What do you mean, migration orders? Which, by the way, I should be doing migration probably someday, you know. I'm not really a super good hunter though yet. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's fascinating. I didn't know MA places orders in the auction house, actually, to be honest. I mean, it makes sense that they would, but did not know that. That's good. I'll have to find out what they place orders on. Okay. Yeah, I do feel that some of the things are a big give back, to be honest. Even on some of the blueprints, like there are some give backers where you're like, oh, this is specifically just hooking people up. I've heard good things about migration. I just never have done the crap out of it. Next time they do the alien or a robot invasion, though, I was going to knock the crap out of that. I specifically did plan on doing the alien in the robot stuff for sure. I was drinking one of these very carbonated energy drink things. Yeah, they're very sugary, very carbonated. They always give me like hiccups and burps and stuff, which is awkward when you're trying to stream. But yeah, migration. I've heard people say good things about it. I just have never done it myself heavy, and so I have watched a couple of the people's streams that are knocking the crap out of it, and man, some of those guys are doing really well. And so, not gonna talk crap for sure. Okay, so this is a limited, but it's at least a cool looking one. This is the one that I think I could make some kind of crocodile Gundy type thing out of it for some reason. Um, I'll show you why after we're done. But what did we just get there? We got more of that Merida Violet. Where is that? Right here. No, right here. We have 113 clicky clicks on that, guys. If they would give us more of that before the end of this run, I'd be happy just based on that. If it looks cool. I mean, I don't know what it looks like yet. Let's find that out. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Oh, no, I agree. You can do well as a hunter. I know hunters that do well. They just hunt specifically like very, very they're focused and they actually have other classes. If you look at one of my buddies, Deepwater, he hunts all the time in this game. He streams and stuff like that. I've played with him for years on this game like that. He's actually a really good player. Before he started doing videos and stuff like that, he was an excellent player. And his character's super well rounded. And so he does excellent, excellent hunting. By the way, thank you very much. Um, so it literally matters who you are, to be honest. But if you legit are trying to be super one dimensional in this game, it doesn't seem to help you. I mean, just out of honesty, crafting takes all kinds of sub build up skills. Hunting takes all kinds of sub build up skills. Maybe you could get away with being a healer, but not a really good healer if you didn't go and do diverse stuff, because you wouldn't know enough about what you're doing, really, in all honesty. And so, I think being one dimensional in this game is absolutely not to your benefit in any capacity. Plus, being in a hurry. I'm going to just straight say that if you want to lose money in this game, be in an obscene hurry for everything. Like, literally, if you just chill, take your time, if you're not in a hurry, you'll usually find something cheaper. There's market cycles with everything. Like, right before they do migration or any of the events, the prices for all the stuff people are going to buy skyrockets because everybody needs their stuff for the event. But if you wait like even a week after they're done with any of that stuff, you see all kinds of crap up for sale in the markets at a definite better price. And so it's the same with skills or materials or anything. If I want it that day, I'm gonna pay a whole premium on it. It's like legitimately a premium on it. And so if you're like, oh, I don't need it that bad if it's that expensive, and you do cost control and you actually make decisions based on like the fact you're planning on playing the game for years, you do better. But like anything that you need that day, you're going to pay the maximum markup up for. And you don't know that that's even like the good opportunistic time of the cycle to buy it. But there's for sure a cycle in this game, and being a one-dimensional player will actually cost you. Because sometimes they favor things too, right? So sometimes, and I'm not trying to be mean, sometimes they are trying to promote mining. And so for a little bit, um, mining will just be killing it, right? And that's just reality. Like sometimes, I don't know what it's based on, but people will be like, let's do this mining crap. All of a sudden, you start mining and you start killing it. And then all of a sudden that'll dry off a little bit. I don't know if it's once it's overmined, not overmined. By the way, we got a new iron. I have a pretty good stack of this iron stuff. I don't feel enough people make it, and I feel the reason that they don't make the iron texture is because the user level to be able to pop and actually use the iron onto something is pretty high. And only vehicles look really good looking like iron. I mean, your clothes don't look cool textured like iron, just to be honest. Yeah, no, there's, I feel that there's definitely cycles and waves to things in which it's really hard to feel which point of everything there is for a while. And that's why I'm like, nah, honestly, the best thing somebody can do in this game when they're starting is just relax. Like, not be in a hurry. There's nothing to be in a hurry about. It's a forever game. You cannot beat it. Like, there's no end boss or anything. And so, legitimately, like, you should play for fun, for one. Not try to play like, oh, I'm going to become rich in a video game. And if you become rich in a video game because you enjoy playing it and you play it long enough and you get good enough at it, That's freaking pimp, which you can do. But I definitely come at this game for like the strategy of, hey, I'm trying to have fun and not be obsessed with that other part. Because over the years, you're going to learn the game well enough to play it well and to start actually figuring out, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now. Maybe I should be doing this. And you meet people. So legitimately, sometimes the only reason I know about something, actually 90% of the time, the only reason I know about something is because somebody else I know in this game has told me about it. And that's just a huge factor this game people don't think about is that it's a big game. Most people know one or two secrets for sure. Some people know a ton of secrets. Um, and over the years, people will give them to you slowly. But they're not going to give you everything. And they're definitely not going to give every random person that just started their secrets. That just never happened. And there are secrets to this game. That's what other people don't realize. There are so many little secrets in this game that people have figured out and started taking advantage of, like for a little bit of a time, right? There was this instance over on Rocktopia. The instance is still there, just so you guys know. And what would happen is, if you go to not Next Island, if you go to Hunt the Thing, in Hunt the Thing they have really cheap guns, right? They use cheap ammo, and they've got like a what looks like an M16A2 is what it looks like, but I don't know what they call it in the video game. But basically, it's a really good gun, and it fires a burst fire of ammo. So at one point, you used to be able to, and this is years ago, you used to be able to go and start that Billy's Bar Brawl mission, in which it would spawn all those dudes, and those dudes had like 2 life on them or something like that, maybe 3 life on them, in which that little machine gun would pop out 1 point of damage on each dude it hit. And so you used to be able to sit there and spray it over those dudes, right? And you'd rack up skill points because you would actually hit more than one dude on purpose per each spray. In which, for a long time, I think the mathematics on how they were calculating stuff wasn't good for that weapon. And so, as boring as it was, you could set in that Billy's Bar mission for a while, actually gaining a very small amount of ped, but just skilling all day. Like you would actually come out ahead going and doing the mission if you did it a very specific way. Now, legitimately, another player told me how to do it. Like one day I was like just there. I had been there for a while. They had seen me there for a while. And just out of nowhere, they're like, hey, I noticed you're doing this mission. Um, Let me tell you a secret. In which I'm all like, oh, okay. So at first, because you never know. People tell you, hey, let me tell you a secret. Maybe it's legit, maybe it's not. I'm going to tell you, it was legit. And several of the other secrets people have told me. By the way, they've fixed that since then. So I'm not disclosing a secret anymore because they figured out that you could sit in there all day rocking the crap out of it, gaining a bunch of skills, and gaining a good amount of your markup, honestly. The markup probably, I mean, not the markup, but the profit you would receive from just sitting there and grinding that mission was absolutely impressive. Eventually, they found out about it, and they fixed Billy Bar Brawl, the mission, in which now you can't just sit there doing that. But for a second, it killed it. And there's other things like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. 100%. That was so good, and they nerfed it. Like legitimately, under the new loot system, it doesn't work that way anymore. But under the old loot system, you used to be able to just kill the crap out of stuff. That assault rifle, yeah, the FA assault rifle. That thing used to dominate for ped. You could just print out ped and get solid skills. So, yeah. Yep, that's exactly what I mean. 100%. They absolutely. Yeah, I feel the same on Fixed It because it's from their point of view. I mean, but the thing is, I don't think they should have touched that. It's not like there were 5,000 players. It's not like every player you ran into was using an assault rifle FA on everything. You know what I mean? As a percentage of the overall players using that trick, I don't believe that it was a big enough proportion of their gameplay that it mattered. But those little things like that, people tell you tricks slowly. Yeah, that was great though. I do remember that still, and I still wish they would not have fixed that actually. That was one of the greatest ways to just sit there and start working up. In fact, that's actually one of the things that I know a couple of the people that are bigger streamers right now. Um, they actually did that trick. Like I know them from when they used to do that trick too. Like because there's a few of them that I used to run into at Billy's bar on a pretty regular basis. And like I know that can't remember. I think it's one of the Russian bears that was there all the time. And then Deepwater, he's freaking used to be there all the time too. I think he used to run that thing like literally for hours every day for a while because he was trying to unlock some skill of some kind. I don't remember what it was, but it was a long process. I did it a bunch because it was so effective, but I didn't sit there dedicated grinding hours and hours and hours each day because I took it for granted that that would just still be there. And so that's the other thing. Like, play for the fact that you're going to be playing a long time, but if you find an exploit, and I'm not calling it, let's not call it an exploit, let's call it something else. If you find something that gives you an advantage over other players, you should take the crap out of that while you can. Like, eventually, MA might find it, they might make an adjustment in something, and then all of a sudden your cool little advantage just vaporizes in front of your face and it's not there anymore. And so, if you do have a secret advantage, for one, be careful with who you tell, and for two, um, take advantage of it while you can. Like, play like you're gonna play forever, but definitely play like, hey, if you found a strain of gold somewhere, you would definitely want to keep it secret for a second and get everything out of it that you can before talking too much about it for sure. We are just dominating some on these blueprints. We're gonna print another type of blueprint too. It'll be interesting because I've never really seen it. So super excited about that. I'm gonna tell you, there is a vast difference between, in my opinion, these energy drinks and coffee. Like I normally sit here drinking coffee while we're doing the stream and stuff, and I really love coffee because it's delicious. I swear, these energy drinks, they're powerful, powerful. Like, I'm not gonna say I copped a buzz off of an energy drink, but I can definitely feel the energy for sure. Like, holy crap. I could not eat these every day. They would probably have me going crazy or something. I don't know. They're delicious though. This one I'm drinking though, it's kind of a weird flavor. It's like it says it's peach flavored, but it's kind of like synthetic candy peach flavored, to be honest. Oh, oh, good. Okay. Well, I only take them every little while, so we're just gonna only do that every little while for the purposes of not having to have them not be effective. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I'd go on a road trip, I find driving boring as crap. But I, on the same hand, do not want to be so bored that I accidentally have a wreck or some crap while driving. So I often will drink a energy drink if I'm going on a road trip just to make sure I'm not having to worry about it. Outside of that, I only drink them once in a great while, like once every couple weeks or so. And I'm always like, holy crap, these things are so powerful. It's not a complaint. I like that they're powerful. I just definitely could not be a everyday downing energy drinks dude. I guess if I was drinking them every day, I would be able to, though. But my stomach would probably be really pissed at me somehow. I think they're pretty rough on you, to be honest. At this point, I feel if I downed like 2 of these real quick, I would be spastic for about an hour or so. Oh, thank God. We've got another temp or limited. That's not what we're looking for. That has really high markup. I'm going to try to remember why I think that does, so we'll look at it when we're done. Find out why that's so marked up. It must look good. Definitely over 3 per 500 though. Yeah, for sure. We're kicking it. We just got another one. Okay, so I already have this for sure. Let's make sure. Hassan fabric texture. Yep, have that already. So we're slowly cutting through all these textures. It's just gonna take a second, guys. I'm kind of wondering if anybody does have all the textures yet in this game. I don't think anybody does. But if they do, that is absolutely insane and cool as crap. I've been seeing people kayaking a bunch lately. And now I'm kind of thinking I want a kayak. I don't know why, but I mean not on stream, but in real life I think I would like to go kayaking for some reason. Which, by the way, is a real thing that people do up here in Colorado. And so, we'll have to decide on that. Oh, yeah, I live in Colorado. Kayaking, I would go up to the mountains and go up to a lake or something, to be honest. And I had classes on how to Eskimo roll and stuff. I've kayaked a little bit before. That's what's made me jealous of everybody kayaking, because I'm like, well, that looks very fun. And it's kind of hot this summer. And so I'm not at the skill level that I'm gonna go whitewater rafting and stuff. I'd like to pretend I am, but I don't like getting jacked up like that. We could try. Sadly, I live in Colorado though, and so many times when I go to the mountains, as much as I actually think it would be cool to stream. Oh, what did we get? More zinc texture. Okay. Um, we don't have good internet in the mountains in Colorado. And so like when I'm down in town, I have internet and stuff like that. But then when I go up to the mountains and stuff, it's not as easy. Maybe I'll figure out a way. Oh, you know what? I figured out a way. If I go up to a specific place, there's like some kind of ski resort at the lake near. If I get their Wi-Fi code, right? And we use the ski resort's Wi-Fi pass thing and then stream off the ski resort that's near the lake. This is a plight that happens in Colorado, okay, guys? If any of you guys live here, you guys understand. Oh, dude, Hot Springs is awesome. So, the Glenwood Hot Springs is just north of me. Like, legitimately north of me. Like, I go up the I-70 and I can be at Glenwood Hot Springs in 45 minutes. And in all honesty, the Glenwood Hot Springs is epic. I don't know if they would let me take. There's two hot springs in Glenwood. One's the older one that's down by like the real hot springs area, and one's some newer one that they built, and I haven't actually been there. Like the old normal hot springs, I've been a bunch. It's great. And then down south of me, they have hot springs down there too. But for sure, you cannot have a camera there because here in Colorado, some of our hot springs, like the one south of us, is called Orvis. And Orvis is a not needed clothing type situation where like you can have clothes on if you feel like it, but if people don't feel like it, they don't have to. So they do not let you have cameras there for sure. As weird as that is. I mean, that's not weird that they wouldn't let you have cameras, but I'm not that super comfortable where I'm like, hey, let me go to. Yeah, Orvis is clothing optional. You don't have to have clothes there. Which is why I go up to the other one because as much as you think clothing optional is gonna be like more virile in good shape people that would prefer to do that, sometimes you find out that some people are just very comfortable with themselves and you don't need to see that. As weird as that sounds. Uh, so what it is it's really weirdly enough dudes and I think older people like older couples and stuff like that go there more than anybody. And so I go up to the normal Glenwood Springs one where everybody else goes because I'm not into that whole stuff. I'm not that comfortable. In all honesty, I literally don't want to see that in most cases. Like, and so the world, it's a complicated place. But yeah, Colorado, we have some hot springs here. They are all different, so you better look before you go. Or maybe you don't want to look before you go. Maybe you'll just be like, hey, it's a surprise. I'll find this out. I know, right? I don't even know how. Every time I try to do a texture stream, I'm on some random other topic. And so, but we learned something, right? And so now we know. Colorado is a great place to go, you guys, though. But I think the best part about Colorado is I wish I'd like to say our food, but our food isn't that impressive. Unless you like smoked food and then like stop at the like cheaper places. Don't go to the expensive ones. Our like cheap like cart type places in what do you call those little mom and pop places? hands down, are almost always better than our fancy places here. And I don't know why that is, but like fancy tourist place, it might be okay food. You come find some off the track mom and pop place, it's going to be good food. And so that's that. I think that's a lot. Oh, yeah, we have legal weed too. That's true. Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff. We actually just completed having the rainbow gathering, which was wild up in the northern part of our state. And so there were like a very good amount of. There's a lot of hippies in Colorado anyway, but there were even more hippies than normal. And so our state for the last month has been pretty interesting in certain areas. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Obviously, we could click some more. This 38 point something percent success rate sucks. This is really good. I want to see what this Miranda Violet Blue is, or Miranda Violet for sure. So let's click this. By the way, this is the other one we're running right now. I'm going to just run this. Let's get our 120 of this out of the way, and then we'll look at this other stuff. So let's mark off where we're at. I'm making some paint. This will be like the first paint run I've ever done. This is obviously expensive to do. And then we'll check out what we have. 120 little paints is nothing. Hopefully we'll see what's going on here. So this is a craftable paint. And it can be done by anybody. And that I think is why it's so valuable. What's its actual value though? So this is a special paint. And it is one of the only that I know of craftable ones. And so it's kind of its own little thing. I'm trying to find out, are there other craftable paints or not, but I haven't confirmed it yet. But this one is craftable. You can pop out some. I am hoping that there's actually more craftable paints in the game that we just haven't found yet. But Killian Blue is an absolutely cool, in real life, it's a cool blue. I'm betting it's a nice blue in this too. And the thing is, anybody pretty much can do it because it's such a low level blue. And we're racking up numbers pretty good fast. So, plus, who knows what blueprints come off that? I don't know we'll get a blueprint off of it or anything. But I would like us to get a something, you know. By the way, hey, how you doing? We just kicked some butt through here. On this blue, I don't know. I've never actually seen somebody get a blueprint on one of these runs of this blue stuff, but I've never seen somebody run a very big run of it either. And so I actually don't know if we could run a big run of this without really putting some effort into it. Just because it doesn't really seem like this blueprint is very common. Oh, do you have Morris in there? I'll bet that's going up. That's actually a really good, that's a Tulian texture, and that's actually one of the really pretty ones for them. Tolan has some good texture, so does Next Island. That's the thing. This side of the solar system has extraordinarily good texture stuff. I'm actually surprised that more people aren't over in this area just for that. Oh, good choice. I'm not really sure what we're gonna. Oh, look at this. We got a Megaton Jungle Walker blueprint. So I don't know about this. Check that out though. So we did get a clothing blueprint. No shit. Okay, so we have some of that gravivore. So we could make one of these. I mean, like, I'll have to go get the stuff for this. This is not a... Yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna have to see what these look like. I've never seen these. Now that makes me want to slowly watch the auction house, and what we'd have to do is we'd have to really, really watch for these blue paint type blueprints and maybe save up over the year and maybe get enough for a 1K run. Because in all honesty, just to get the amount for this little run took the whole week getting these. And so to get a 1K run, at least going to take a month or two, maybe 3. And so, I don't know. We'll have to think about it because I kind of do want a bunch of this now. And I want more blueprints. Guys, I'm super curious about this. Oh, thank you very much, by the way. Oh, I could put a month-long order in. I've been trying to just snake stuff because... But that might be what we have to do. I wonder if 1,000 units of that is actually sold in a month, though. Let's look. Oh, guys, we're in trouble on this. So, we could do it in a year if we bought almost all of them out for a whole year. We could do it. Just so you guys know. Oh, you're right. Honestly, if people knew it was in desire, that actually might be the way to do it. So I'd have to wait till my next month's budget to be able to declare something like that and know that we had cash to cover it. But that actually is a... Oh, look at this. We got another. We got a Mankini, guys. I think that's a trade terminal thing, isn't it? Aren't Mankinis common? I have this already. Does somebody watching this not have a Mankini blueprint? Let me make sure I have this. Tailoring textiles isn't a real thing. I'm making sure. What was that? Rocktopia. Rocktopia. Okay, I'm gonna just see if we have this. Wrong book. Did they add another Next Island book that we don't have? Guys, what the crap? I'm starting to think that they've added a book we don't have. Okay, Tolan. Is there a chance that they did? I'm not sure I have that Mankini. Let me find this out in a little bit, and we'll check because I would have totally thought I had a Mankini blueprint. But my confidence just dwindled there when I don't see where the book is. And I could lose books, trust me. Like, I sometimes misplace a book. But that's kind of a weird sound. Okay, so let me check this mankini real quick. No, we only have one mankini. What the crap? I must be missing that book. Legitimately missing that book, right? Let's double check. Okay, yeah. So let's find out what this looks like. Omeg. Okay, so we have, oh, they're boots, you guys. They're not even what I thought. 59 pad, repairable, and they're boots. Okay, that's not what I thought they were gonna be. Where's this one? Grad. Okay. Okay, so we've got multiple piles of this. Oh, look at this. We have tons of that gravador. Wait, is this the same thing? Yeah, this is all the same stuff. Okay, so yeah, this is cool as crap looking. I'm not qualified to do this one is the sad part. I mean, like I can make the texture, but I can't texture the texture yet. So that's kind of a bummer. What else did we get here? Did we get anything good? Oh, Moran. Yeah, we want to see what that looks like. Okay, let me hover this again. Mirror. Oh. Oh, holy crap. You guys, it's another paint. We did get another paint. We got a violet paint. Oh man, what the crap is this stuff? Let's see what the value is of this. Nobody's sold any of that for a long time. So there's two paints for sure. So we just got another one of the types of paints. So I do not even know where to go with that, honestly. It's cool. I mean, that's definitely going to be helpful. Let's go ahead and we're going to do this. By the way, let's see. Do any of you guys need any of these normal ones? I mean, I could probably just put them in the auction house for way cheap if you guys need them, to be honest. Anybody? Let's see. I for sure have all these ones, so. But if anybody needs these, I'm going to put them in here at 1 pet each. That way, if you need them, you can just buy them. And they'll be cheap for you. Because these are like the starter ones. By the way, obviously, this is going to be below the markup. They're going to keep telling us this the whole time. But oh, that one they didn't tell us it on. So that one's normal price. Look at that. And sadly, we're still attempting to get the texture that we want. So we'll be watching for that still. Okay, that's done. Now let's get this set up right. Hold on 1 second. So next time, we're going to have to be actually hunting some stuff because we're going to need to do some action things. Plus, I'm running low on stuff that we have to craft with. And so it's probably going to be a good idea for us to resupply on some of that just for the heck of it. Now, I want to thank you guys for hanging out and stuff. I'm already setting it up to be able to get you guys over to somebody else that is playing Entropia. I hope you have a great day, and of course, I'll see you later. Peace, very best wishes.